Hello, everybody. This is Gary. Today is Friday, August 10th, 2020. It is 6:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Rochester, New York. And this is my coping with schizophrenia update for today. Yesterday, I had to go to the hospital because I was eating some food and it got stuck in my esophagus. I wasn't choking. The food was low enough in my chest where I could still breathe, but the food was impacted into my esophagus and it wouldn't go down or come back up. So it was sort of stuck. This happens because of my psychiatric medications, primarily the Seroquel. Seroquel interferes with the smooth muscles in the esophagus that you use for swallowing things. Um, this has happened before, dozens of times. I'm getting a little tired of it. Um, but I have an appointment with my gastroenterologist on September 29th. What they did yesterday at the hospital is they put me to sleep um, with sedatives, put a camera down my throat to look at what was going on, and they pushed the food from my esophagus into my stomach. It was easier to push it down than to try to pull it out. Trying to pull the food out may have caused an injury to my esophagus. It was easier to just push it down towards my stomach. Um, but this happens a lot, and I sent a message to my gastroenterologist. I have an appointment with them on September 29th, and at some point, we're going to have to do what's called the dilation of my esophagus. They're going to put something down my throat to widen my esophagus so food doesn't keep getting stuck in my throat or in my esophagus. It doesn't really get stuck in my throat. If that was happening, I'd be choking. But this happens a lot because of my psychiatric medications, partly due to the Seroquel, partly due to the Clonopin, partly due to the Neurontin I'm taking and several other medications I'm taking. Um, Psychiatric medications have a lot of side effects. Um, in my situation, it seems to affect my digestive tract more than anything. I get food stuck in my esophagus, I get a lot of constipation, and then I have to take medications to deal with those side effects. So I'm on like 7 or 8, 9 different medications. I can't even think of them off the top of my head. Um, but they put me to sleep, took a look, pushed the food down into my stomach, and they sent me home in a cab. Um, I wish I could see my gastroenterologist sooner than September 29th, but they refused to set up an appointment before that. Apparently, the emergency room told my gastroenterologist they should dilate my esophagus in the next 2 to 4 months, which is ridiculous because I have an ongoing problem that exists right now, and there's not much I can do about it. Um, the only thing I have control over is what I'm eating and how well am I chewing my food. Um, Chewing my food poorly can lead to it getting stuck in my esophagus. It's also what I eat that affects whether or not food gets stuck in my esophagus. Um, they told me to avoid meat, chicken, bread, um, certain solid foods, pork, sausage, steak, um, pieces of meat, fish, fish bones. Those are the most common things that get impacted and stuck in the esophagus. Um, Once they do the dilation of my esophagus in a few months, uh, this problem should go away, at least temporarily. When they dilated my esophagus the last time, it only lasted 8 or 9 months, and then the problem came back, and it's been with me ever since. It's kind of scary because I don't know if the food will ever actually get stuck in my throat instead of my lower esophagus. Because if it gets stuck in my throat, then I'm going to choke to death. And that's not something I want. So the whole thing is kind of scary. Um, I can't stop taking my psych meds because I can't function without them, despite the side effects. Um, I'm not one of those schizophrenics who believes that the side effects are intolerable and that I need to stop taking my medications. What would be intolerable is going off my medications and experiencing much more psychosis, paranoia, delusions, hallucination, depression, anxiety, insomnia, nightmares. Um, those things I don't want to face, and they would all come back in full force if I stopped my medications. Um, but that was just a quick update. I'm doing fine right now. Um, Today was a nice day. I went out and rode my bike. So comment, like, share, subscribe. Press the notification bell if you want to know when I'm putting out a new video. If you have any subjects you want me to cover in a video, leave them in the comment section. And if you really want to help my channel, share this video on social media like Facebook and Twitter. And that's about all for now.